Crainer, these are the world's strangest places.
Are we going to your mom's house?
Okay, I knew you were going to say that.
You didn't. You didn't see that one coming.
From a strange
Whoa,
that
Australia,
looks
Look
insane.
at that.
village in Italy, and from the most polluted place on Earth that would
Kill you with ours?
to a world that has been
No
isolated
way.
for millions of years. Here are the strangest.
Okay,
places
all right, I'm
on
looking
Earth.
forward to this.
I am too, actually.
Okay, wait, one said it was going to kill you, though. That doesn't sound as friendly.
I want to go there.
Okay.
Our first stop takes us to the Vulcan Point.
Where
in
is
the
this?
Philippines. The best way
Philippines.
of describing
That
Vulcan
just looks
Point
like a
is that
massive
it is
volcano.
an Inception-style island. It's an island
Inception-style
on
island?
an island.
An island on a lake on an island.
On a
And
lake,
wait, no,
on an
wait.
i-
Okay, let me think. An
Island
island.
on-
Okay, it's an island on a lake. That makes sense. On an island.
An
Yeah, I don't
island
really
on
understand
Crainer
how
Lake,
that's gonna work.
Which is on Tal Volcano Island. Which
Oh!
is on Lake, which is on Luzon
Whoa!
Island.
That's
And Tal
crazy.
Volcano Island should give you a clue as to how these islands are formed. The regular
That's
eruptions
that's
in this area
insane.
have resulted in a truly extraordinary landscape.
So is that how it's
As
done
beautiful
with
as this scenery
volcanoes?
is,
Oh.
Tal
Guess so,
Volcano has
right?
killed 6,000
6,000
people in its
people,
recorded
no.
history.
Whoa,
A
okay.
huge
Are we
Dangerous.
supposed to still say it's cool then, or it feels...
No.
Nah.
Not as
eruption
cool.
Occurred in 1977
Killing people,
and
not
started
cool.
rumbling
No.
Again in 1991. There have
Oh,
been
gosh.
33 recorded eruptions.
33?
and it is
Okay,
the
I hope
second
people don't
most
live
active
there if there's that
volcano in the
many.
Philippines. Its latest major
Oh, just in the
eruption was
Philippines?
in January 2020, when 23,000 people had
What?
to be evacuated.
Okay, look, if it's going off that many times, can we just maybe just leave it alone?
Is there a way to just like plug it up, maybe?
During this
Can we
eruption,
figure that
Vulcan
out?
Point was nearly destroyed. Although Vulcan Point is incredibly strange, it is not the only geographical form of its kind. Victoria Island in Canada has a
Oh.
Inception-style island. However,
I didn't expect to go to Canada for something similar, but okay.
this island
No, I
has
really
no
didn't.
access routes and is far away from the nearest town or
Smart.
village. But Victoria Island
Whoa, look
holds
at this.
the Guinness World Record
For the largest Inception island.
in the world.
And an Inception Island is an island in a
Our
lake
next
in an
story-
island.
In an island, in a lake, yeah.
In the lake.
All
okay.
right, we're moving over to the Richat structure in
Sighting
Mauritania.
takes us further south to the Sahara Desert. This amazing
Whoa.
feature was
Whoa.
walked by unnoticed for hundreds of years.
It looks like an
It wasn't
asteroid.
until humans began traveling into
Impact
space
zone.
in the 1960s
I think I've
that
seen it
people
before.
realized just how truly spectacular this structure was. Deep within the desert lies a unique rock
Dude, look
formation,
at this
which
place.
is now known as the Eye of
Wait, so people didn't realize it was that until they went to
'cause,
space?
I mean, who goes in the middle of the Sahara just to explore, Josh? Nobody,
True,
right?
true.
spotted in the 1960s by Gemini astronauts and soon became a landmark for astronauts orbiting the planet. Several
That's cool.
What do they need a landmark for?
Maybe to like know where they are. They'll be like, oh,
Wait, where's Earth gone? Oh, there it is.
yeah, but also being like, oh, there's the Eye of the Sahara. You kind of know how far along you are, right? Maybe. I don't know how
Maybe.
space
theories
works.
have been proposed as to what this could be. But
Oh,
the
so no one
craziest
knows?
theory must be that this formation
Yes.
is the lost city of Atlantis.
That's
The
where
Greek
I've heard of it
philosopher
before,
Plato
dude.
spoke about the lost city having concrete rings around it.
Interesting.
But this theory is not taken seriously
Oh.
by many scientists.
You're not being taken seriously, Crane, if that's what you think.
But I'm not saying I believed it. I'm saying that's where I'd heard it before,
okay.
Josh.
It was also argued that this could have been a meteorite.
I mean, that's
But a
what it
more
looks like to
widely
me.
accepted theory is that the
Oh.
rings are molten rock from the surface.
Oh.
According to NASA, this circular geologic feature is thought
So
to
it's
be
basically
caused
a
by
volcano.
An uplifted dome. Geologists would classify it as a domed anticline, which has been
No, a
eroded
domed
to expose
anticline,
the
Josh.
originally flat rock layers. The different layers are what gives it.
Whoa, it's a domed anticline.
Right. How did I make that mistake?
Yeah, not a volcano,
Is
duh.
that molten rock from the surface is the most plausible explanation, but ultimately geologists
How did
cannot say this
the
for
rock mold? Wait,
And
how did the
until
rock
then,
melt?
It remains a mystery.
It remains a mystery, so we will not know.
No, probably not Atlantis, but maybe.
All right, so now we're going to a place called Mount Roraima.
Our next place takes us across the Atlantic to Mount Roraima, a
Right,
fascinating
what he
mountain
said.
that stretches across Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Although it is a mountain, it
Whoa.
looks like an island within the clouds and is in a world of its own. For
An
20
island?
years,
Oh,
this
what?
mountain has been surrounded by incredibly
It's so
I
flat.
want to live
cliffs
here.
on all sides.
Can I live
The
here?
steepness of these
Probably
cliffs means
not. It
that
doesn't
is
look that
not connected to
hospitable.
surrounding areas
Well, I'll
and
live there for like a
simply
week and then I'll
exists
go
on
back
its
to
own. The
civilization.
surface is
Right.
2.8
How is it so
kilometers
flat? It looks like
and
someone
takes a
trimmed the top
3-day
off.
hike to reach.
It does.
It was referred to by the indigenous people who lived nearby as the House of the Gods.
Yo,
kinda makes
look at
sense,
that
right?
dude.
And they
Wait, is
believed
that there for
whoever
real?
reached the top would
No.
not return.
That's
In the early
edited. I thought
20th
maybe it was a
century, this
statue,
mountain
dude.
was
I don't
visited
know.
by British author Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote the Sherlock Holmes series and was inspired to
Was
write
his
a
name
novel
Arthur
called The
Conan Doyle?
Jurassic
No, his name Arthur Conan Doyle, not author Conan Doyle.
Oh, but he said
The
the
Jurassic-
author Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
That got confusing.
world about a land on Earth where dinosaurs
So that
still
inspired
exist.
a story
Doyle's
about
book was based on
dinosaurs.
the theory that
That's really
dinosaurs
cool.
or life forms still exist in this place. This has obviously never been proven, but still,
Okay,
a lot
no.
of this area has
Nobody's
remained
seen the T-Rex
unexplored.
Just in
out there,
case
got
you
it.
weren't sure, we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
found dinosaurs there.
Till
No,
this
no,
day,
no, not here.
When working for National Geographic in 1989, German explorer Uwe George said, "None of us have found primordial creatures or their fossil remains there, but the terrain is so difficult that only a fraction of the 44 square miles has so far been explored."
So who
Dang,
knows
that's
what could be up
insane.
What
there?
have been found are
It does
black
look really
frogs,
cool.
Dragonflies, tarantulas, and plant life,
Oh.
which are found.
Well, I don't want to
nowhere
go there
else.
anymore, Josh.
Yeah, the tarantulas may be a not
No,
great
that
selling
made
point.
it a no for me.
Mount Roraima is truly a world.
That's cool. That is cool.
That's a really cool looking place.
All right, off to Socotra
Thousands of
Island.
miles away from this
So-
location is
Socotra.
a place with a remarkably similar situation.
Socotra.
While Socotra Island is
Yeah!
technically part of Yemen, the island itself
got it
is
right.
stranded in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Stranded. I mean, it's an island. That's kind of how they work. I don't think
No,
they're
but you want to
stranded.
make it sound
To Africa,
dramatic,
True,
Josh.
true.
It is 240 kilometers from Somalia, but 380
Okay.
kilometers from the Arabian Peninsula. But Socotra is a world of its own.
Dude.
There are over 300
Oh,
plants
those look
and
cool.
5 bird species that are not found in any other place on
Ah.
Earth.
What are
It has
those
been nicknamed
trees?
the
That
most
looked
alien
insane.
place on
Are there
Earth.
houses?
They kinda look like
Its unique
umbrellas.
habitat and surroundings.
What is that?
Particularly the dragon blood tree.
Dragon
What?
Blood Tree. That is a
Okay,
absolutely
give it a more
badass name.
epic name. What?
This iconic tree is umbrella-shaped and doesn't look like any other
That's what
tree
you
in
said.
the world. But Socotra is also
Why does
an
it look-
island
Oh,
marred by
no.
conflict.
Uh-oh.
It has been known
Ah.
as a pirate base as far as
Hmm.
Marco Polo. More recently, it has often been a refueling
Oh.
place for Somali pirates.
But
and
the
has also
trees
been
are cool.
impacted By the ongoing war
I don't
between
wanna
Yemen
go
and
there.
Saudi
No.
Arabia. The
I'm
island is
fine on not
currently
seeing the
controlled by
umbrella
United
trees.
Arab Emirates military and allies.
We
wanna
have
get
umbrella
kidnapped for
trees at
that.
home.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So despite
I
its
can just-
incredible
I can
beauty,
just
not
make
a lot
one,
of
Josh.
tourists
Yeah.
come here.
No, I'm not surprised, really.
Nope.
All right, we are now off to Dean's Blue Hole.
Okay.
Moving on to the Bahamas, we have one of the deepest known blue holes.
Did they have to call
Dean
it after a
has the
human?
deepest hole you'll ever find.
Yeah,
While
yeah,
this
it's
is
a really,
popular
it's a
tourist
really
spot,
deep
The
hole.
feature is also helpful to us when researching extraterrestrial life forms.
Whoa, hang on a
What?
second.
Scientists are discovering microbial life deep in caves, which are feeding upon sulfur compounds that are apparently toxic.
How does that
to
help
any
with
other form of
extraterrestrials
Similar
life? Isn't that
conditions might
aliens,
exist
Josh?
in
I maybe it doesn't necessarily mean
It
out
can
of
also
space.
just mean squids.
Yeah, I think it just means like anything that we haven't found yet. Maybe I don't know.
pitch black oceans
okay,
millions
maybe.
of miles away, perhaps under
What is
the
that?
icy crusts of Jupiter's moon Europa
What?
and Saturn's moon Enceladus.
Oh, so it's kind of like
Although
saying
blue
that it
holes
gives
are
a
incredible,
similar environment to like other planets.
they are also highly
So no, they meant
dangerous.
aliens.
They are
Yeah, I
sought
guess
after
so.
by divers across the world, but often are too dangerous for
Danger,
even
blue
Danger,
hole.
blue hole.
I like
the
that.
skilled of divers. In April 2010, the professional diver William Trubridge broke a new record at this very new site and reached a
Dang.
depth of 92 meters without the
Okay.
use of fins. In December
What?
later that year, he reached 101 meters. Sadly, the professional
That is
diver Nicholas
crazy.
Mivoli tried to break this record in November 2013 and
Uh-oh.
died from an upper respiratory squeeze,
No.
where the differences in pressure caused him to go unconscious and never recover.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't be trying to dive in Dean's Blue Hole then.
No, I don't want to go in the danger hole.
All right, so now we're up to El Gido.
Ejido.
Next up is an area of Spain, which also looks particularly strange from space. Southern Spain
Okay.
is known for its incredibly warm weather, but vast shades of it are covered in white. At first glance,
What?
Is it a
looks like
salt?
snow.
A salt
But
field?
What you're seeing is not snow, but vast
What?
swaths of
Plastic?
plastic, which cover one of the biggest greenhouse operations in the world.
What are they
Whoa.
In
growing?
Europe, it's highly likely that you've eaten fruit from this very
A lot of
region.
our fruit
These
is from
plastic
Spain here.
greenhouses
That's
take
cool.
up almost 100,000 acres along the coast. This part
That's
of Spain
actually
receives
insane.
a vast amount of sunlight all year
Oh.
round, so you can grow vegetables throughout the year. Environmentalist groups are worried about the scale of the operations, believing that this intensive
If you can
farming
see it
could
from space, it's probably too big.
Yeah, I agree with that.
water, which could take centuries to recover.
Yeah.
That's
Not a good
That's
idea.
interesting. Okay, so now we're...
Look at that, dude. That's just
That
greenhouses.
is, I mean, that is wild. I honestly thought that was like just salt plains at the beginning, but okay.
Yeah, that looks insane.
Anyway, Lake
To Russia,
Karachay.
Lake Karachay
You're really
is
good
so
at names.
polluted
Thanks.
that you would be killed
Polluted?
by simply spending an hour bathing in it.
Wait, this is the
Frighteningly
one.
enough, this is an improvement.
Look
on
at
its
how it
previous
looks.
state.
That looks so
In
nice.
1990,
Oh,
if
no,
you
that looks
merely
less
stood
nice.
on
Never
the
mind.
shore, you would be killed within an hour.
Oh.
The lake
What?
is situated near Mayak Production Association, one of the largest power plants in Russia.
Ah.
The Soviet Union continually dumped nuclear waste into the
Right,
lake.
that's
The
not great.
Consequences were
That's
devastating.
really nice thing to
According
do, Josh.
grist.org, the lake resulted in a 21% increase in cancer incidences,
What?
a 25% increase in birth defects, and a 41% increase in leukemia.
Mm,
Whoa.
maybe we
Surrounding
shouldn't just
region
dump
of Chelyabinsk.
stuff in
Much like we
ponds.
saw with the Chernobyl
That sounds like a
disaster,
really
the
good idea
Soviet
to just
Union
have that
tried
as a rule, maybe.
Yeah.
to cover up and downplay the dangers of what was happening. Doctors were simply not allowed to diagnose patients with radiation poisoning. Instead, they were diagnosed with the special disease.
That's what they gave me to, Josh.
Makes a lot of sense.
In the
That's
1990s,
the
when Russia
diagnosis I
reopened itself
got.
to the world, this lake was declared the most polluted part of the world.
Wow.
The lake is covered
What,
in
in the
concrete
whole
blocks,
world?
but making the place 100%.
Wait, covered in concrete blocks?
Dang, they messed it up for good.
All right, now we are over to the Grand
Next stop
Prismatic
is at
Spring.
Yellowstone National
You
Park.
nailed that
While
one,
this looks
Josh.
like
Thank you.
Something photoshopped or a work of
I've seen
surreal
this one
art,
loads. Like, that looks
Grand
cool.
Prismatic
It looks like
Spring
a crystal.
actually looks like. Grand Prismatic Spring is Yellowstone National Park's largest spring and more than 35 meters
Have you been
deep.
to Yellowstone?
No, I
Spring was
haven't.
first officially discovered
We
during
should
an
go,
expedition
Josh.
by-
What, just you and me? We want to just go on a date there?
Yeah, we should go on like a hike, try to survive.
Okay.
I heard there are
Smithsonian,
bears
he
out
wrote,
there.
Nothing ever conceived by human art could equal the peculiar vividness and delicacy of color of these remarkable.
They were really good at language back then, huh, Josh?
Yeah. That I don't think
Yeah.
I could have said it that nicely.
Now we just say like sus.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Hot
Yeah.
springs are caused by heated water emerging from the Earth's surface. Water.
Can
at
you
the
swim
center
in
of
it?
this spring,
Yeah,
which is
that's what I
only
was
7
thinking.
degrees Celsius.
Just talking about the radiation thing makes me think like obviously that would be bad, but it probably is fine to swim in.
No, but 87
Oh,
degrees,
oh.
Josh.
Too hot
Oh, I
to
didn't hear that bit.
sustain any life
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
no,
Never
it
mind.
is incredibly
You'll actually
clear and
boil.
results
Yeah.
in a profound blue in the center. As the water spreads out,
It looks pretty,
cools
though.
and gives it the shape
It's
of
really
concentric
pretty.
circles. While there are no life forms at the center, bacteria live in the cooler parts of the spring. The concentric circles have their own unique temperature.
think I wanna
and
go in
different
there.
Types of bacteria flock
I
to
kind of
each
feel like it
different
might
ring.
smell like fart
These
around
different
that place. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
rise to the different colors and the amazing.
That is crazy
Dang,
how
look,
it
you
looks
walk
like that.
right next to it, Josh.
Yeah, they've got little pathways and everything. All right,
We should go there.
let's go to Chocolate Hills.
Feature brings us back
Dude,
to
that
where
sounds
we
good.
began,
The Philippines.
On the island of Bohol is a rather
The
Island
Sorry.
of Bohol.
on the island of Bohol, we have Chocolate Hills, huh?
Butthole.
Yeah.
set of the so-called Chocolate Hills. On this island,
Okay.
there are
What?
1,776 mounds
What?
spread over 32
That
kilometers.
looks
They look
so
man-made.
weird.
122 meters in height. The chocolate hills are only chocolate colored during the dry season and grow grass for large parts of the year.
They don't even grow
The only
chocolate there?
similar mounds can be found on the island of
That
Java
is.
in
Wait, how?
Indonesia.
I hope they're gonna
The
tell us
legend
how they're
surrounding
made.
The hills is that two giants
Yeah, what
fought for
happened?
Oh,
Giant
so
moles?
so two giants fought for several days.
Ah.
several days and began hurling stones and rocks at
Right,
each
that
other.
makes sense.
They eventually
Yeah,
became
yeah.
friends,
Oh, they became
but these
friends.
hills remained. Another
Ah.
legend tells the story of a broken-hearted giant whose tears dropped
always
to
about
form these
giants.
mounds. Geologists, meanwhile, think that the weathering of marine
Okay.
limestone
Okay,
is
that's
the
a bit
reason
different.
behind its appearance.
I'm gonna
That
go
looks
with the
cool,
giants
though.
thing.
Yeah, I think the giant thing sounds better.
All right, our final journey brings us to Pink
From
Lake,
chocolate
Australia.
hills to
I've
pink
been
lakes,
excited
our
about
last
this one,
stop
Josh.
takes us to a mysterious salt lake in Western Australia. The first official account of this lake was in 1802 when British navigator Matthew Flinders was wandering through Western Australia.
Wandering through Western Australia, yep, as you do.
Islands and couldn't believe his eyes. This lake became
Imagine just stumbling upon something for the first time, Josh.
Yeah, and it being like a massive pink lake.
Yeah.
has become
Imagine going home and being like, bro, I saw this pink lake.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
bro.
right, okay.
Quit yapping, dude.
It is safe to swim in this lake, and the extremely salty
Finally!
water means that there are little
we haven't been able to swim in anything this video.
And it's incredibly easy to float. That
looks
said,
beautiful.
Tourists are strongly advised not to drink the water.
Yeah, that
because
makes
of
sense.
High salt content. It was
why would you
recent
try?
as March that Scott Tighe at the University of Vermont in Burlington discovered why the water is pink.
Wait, it took
The
this
water
long to
is
find out why?
By bacteria and algae, which contain purple,
Yeah, I guess
red,
so.
and orange carotenoids.
Wait, it's pink because
which
of
help protect
bacteria?
them against
I
the
don't-
extreme
oh.
saltiness. It is the mix of all of these colors which results in its bubblegum pink state.
So
That's
it's
cool,
pink
dude.
because of bugs.
But bugs and bacteria can be good, Josh. They don't all have to be bad.
Well,
right?
I feel like I've learned a lot about cool places on Earth.
I want to go swim in that pink thing.
You could do that, Crainer. You can do that.